What's up, crew?
All right.
Good, how you guys doing?
How do you feel about the way you guys have ended the season with 4-6 and today and all that?
Yeah, I thought we ended the season the right way. Just we kept battling. We were able to get several wins and along the way. Obviously, not going to the playoffs always hurts because we have such a great team and we can battle with anyone. But I think the cool part about everything was in the midst of the storm, we were able to stay the course. We were able to stay consistent in our approach and, in my opinion, get even better. The way we practiced, we went to another level of how we practice. I think we zoned in that much more, and I think that shows the character of the guys that we have in the locker room. Because, you hear about teams who just give up and give in, and we didn't do that. And I think tonight was a testament of our season. It's been a battle. It's been a journey. But to be able to leave it all out in the field, every play and every moment, I think that we definitely did that. And I know that was important for me just to give everything I had every play, and we definitely did that tonight. And it was a special game. I mean, a good football team on the other side, and we did a great job.
Feels like every week we're asking about Rashaad Penny and just another huge game. What's it been like to see him have this kind of success down the stretch?
It's been awesome to see Penny run the ball the way he's been running the ball, and it starts with the offensive line and the tight ends and everybody, receivers blocking too. Those guys up front have been doing a great job of moving those guys around and battling. And Rashaad Penny's, seen every hole, and hit every one of them. And he's done an amazing job of making decisive decisions and running through tackles. And he's tough to tackle, man. I mean, he has that speed. Once he gets going, he's out of there. So I think it's been exceptional to see his growth. And we had a cool talk in the locker room afterwards just about the journey, and that, every day, especially as the more success you have, the harder it gets. And so I know that he's going to put in the work and continue to get better as a player and continue to grow. So this is huge for him. I think the encouragement of him and himself and knowing that he can do it. And he definitely showed that.
What do you feel about the future of just this team and kind of where you guys are right now, but kind of looking forward, where do you think this team can head?
Well, I think, first of all, with the guys we have in this locker room, the effort that they put in every day is special. It's very unique. It's really one of a kind, and I think anything's possible. I think that the reality with our team is that we've had some severe injuries. We've gone through a lot, and obviously, thinking about Diggs too. That one hurt tonight. Just he's put all the effort in every day, and he's been such a tremendous leader, such a tremendous teammate, such a person of high character and big spirit, and we have a lot of guys in that locker room like that. And so I think the thing is that we got to continue to figure out where we can get better, because obviously not going to the playoffs isn't good enough. We got to give ourselves the best chance possible to be great, and we got to figure out where that is.
What's been working on third down the last couple of games that wasn't there earlier in the year?
I think just execution across the board. I think we were able to really identify some key moments, and just I think I've kind of been saying to you guys, it takes 2 more third down conversions. That's really it is, and it just a lot of times we can make things so complicated. Sometimes it's just finding a way. I think the line did a tremendous job of blocking those past several weeks on those third downs in particular, and just being able to move and find guys, and then those guys have been making such great catches. They've been making me look halfway decent out there. So it's been cool just to see those guys make those plays, and I think that's what third down's all about. It's about playmakers and plays and converting and finding a way. And when it's down the red zone, you got to get the ball in the end zone, find a way to get the ball in the end zone, those kind of things. And we were able to do that tonight.
Do you think that it's as simple as that in terms of why this offense has looked so good over the last couple of weeks versus not as good before? Do you think it's just simply a matter of third down, or is there more to it?
I think that I always go back to the first game, because I use that as an example, because we went through training camp, we were all together, we were all clicking and working and everything else, and we came out against a really good football team in the Colts, and we played great football that game. I mean, first quarter, second quarter, third, fourth, and I think that. We played Tennessee the next week. We had a really good game, and then we just didn't finish it the way we wanted it to. We were up pretty good against those guys, and it was just a battle, And I think I've kind of told you guys about this before, but I think that, obviously the battles and the injuries and the things we've had has been tough. It's been tough on the season, I think that, like I said, I think that it comes down to making plays in these key moments. So I think that's important.
You had the fumble on the first series and all that. It's 7-0, but the crowd's going crazy and things like that, and then you guys fight back, obviously, and kind of win the game. I mean, I guess what was the mood like at that point? How did you kind of fight back through all that?
Well, the first series of the game, they knocked the ball out of my hand, and and so that's my fault. I try to move, and Chandler's coming off the edge, and I'm like, oh shoot, that's not good. That's never good when you see 55 come off the edge. So I tried to move and try to get away from him and spin out of it, and he hit me just right on time. And he's such a great player, and so I think really the mentality, though, more than anything else, is to remain neutral, not get high, not get low. I tell you guys that all the time, but it wasn't going to bother me. It was going to be one of those things that, okay, the next play is the most important play. And I think that we were able to do that several times throughout the game. The other ugly play that I had, trying to get down to Homer, and it just popped up a little bit too high. They kind of hit me, and they made a play on it, and so I kind of put us in a bad position there. But we were able to answer back. We were able to make plays. We were able to score, and Freddie Swain getting in the end zone. And I think that's just the testament of our team, and just remaining neutral, remaining focused on the task and the next play.
How? The end of the season, how does that change the tenor of going to the offseason?
How does that change what?
The tenor, the confidence, the tone of the offseason?
I think that we know what we're capable of. I think that's the biggest thing we've known all year, and I think that's also been the disappointing part, of the year too, right? And I think that's everybody has high standards, and I think this organization's, our expectations as players and as this team and everything else is to be at the highest level and be playing for the highest game, the biggest game there is in the world, and we've been there before and all that, and so we got to figure out how to get back to that, that level of standard of excellence I kind of mentioned before, and just how we get there. I think that it's always huge, though. When you win your last game, it's always a great feeling, man. It's just to be able to overcome all the obstacles, to be able to play a great football team in Arizona. I mean, our fans here, it's so special always playing down here in Arizona. Our fans are amazing. Their fans are loud. It's just it's such a battle. And I think just to be able to run around the field and high five all the fans and everything else, and just to be able to come up with that huge win, and just everybody celebrating in the end zone. When I ran that one, when guys catching the ball in the end zone, guys making plays on defense, it felt right in the sense of how we were celebrating together. And despite the circumstances of where we're at this year, I think that's a huge high note for us.
So the way that sounds, you talk about team's future, your future. It sounds like you want to be that. Is that the?
Yeah, you guys keep asking me the same question, but I think maybe you guys know something I don't know, but I think that I think the biggest thing is that, man, I love playing here. I said out there, I love the city, I love being here and everything else, and so I also love winning too. We also got to do whatever it takes to make sure that we're doing that, and I think that's the standard. That's what I believe in. So I got to do my part. It starts with me first, and then the rest of the guys and all of us together collectively, what we can do better. But yeah, I think that obviously I love the city, and that's my hope and prayer.
You plan to sit down with Pete at all at any point just to make sure you guys are on the same page?
Yeah, maybe I'll fly to Hawaii and sit down with Pete. Maybe I'll I don't know. Maybe I'll catch the flight with him or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, of course. Pete and I obviously have a great relationship, so I'll definitely talk to him and John and all that stuff too, and we'll chop it up and have some good time together.
Do you feel like you're on the same page or close to it at this point, or is that something?
Yeah, I think we've always been on the same page, and that same page is to do whatever it takes to win. I think that's been our focus. It's always been our focus since I got here. And I remember Coach calling me up on draft day, the day they drafted me, say, "Hey, you're going to compete for this thing now," and I just always remember that. And so that's what we're all competing for, is to try to be better. And I think that's our focus.
In retrospect, your hand and the finger and things like that, what did it take a while to get back from that, or when you look back on the season as a whole?
I think my hand's doing pretty good, but yeah, I think that it was disappointing just to have my finger broke, in several different places. It was a tough challenge, but you know what it was? It challenged me in new ways that I never had before. I've had a lot of dings and things that have slowed me down here or there or whatever, and I fought through them. But this one I couldn't. And but what I did was I looked at it as how do I find the next win? Meaning, how do I prepare mentally that every day I'm going to get better. Every day I'm going to challenge myself. Every day I'm going to keep working. Every day I'm going to keep studying. Every day, I'm going to keep visualizing success. And I think that to not waver on my confidence, and not waver on what I know I'm capable of, and knowing that I feel 100%, knowing that people are going to say this or that, and you may miss one every once in a while, just like pitchers maybe throw a ball every once in a while, and hitters, sometimes they swing and miss, and great free throw shooters sometimes miss too. And so for me, I just knew I'm going to keep shooting. I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to do everything I can to get better. And that's what I think you've been able to see along the journey. And my best days are ahead.
We haven't seen you lower your shoulder into a defender in a while. What's going through your mind as you see through the goal line?
Well, it was key third down, and they covered it up really well. They did a really good job. They double teamed, they were kind of double teaming DK for a split second, then had the inline throw, and kind of just had different guys moving around. The line did a great job blocking, so I kind of stepped up and slid to the left, and then I was about to kind of shoot it to Tyler, and they were kind of closing on Tyler pretty quickly. And so, I saw a chance to run it, and just took off for it. And the next thing you know, when you see Budda Baker run at you full speed, it's never a good thing usually, because he knows how to smack some guys, man. He's such a great player. And I just decided, listen, the goal line's right there. We need this win. We need to go get it. And so I switched the ball to my left hand and said, all right, let's put the foot in the ground. Let's go. And, I was able to get in the end zone and get in there. That was a key play for us.
We may not talk to you again, I guess, for a while. Do you have any in the
Say it
offseason?
one more time.
We may not have a chance to talk to you for a while. Do you have anything in the offseason, like you got a surgery or anything like that? You're going to have to
Surgery? No surgeries. I feel great, man. I have no surgeries. I may play baseball. Just mess with you guys. Yeah, I may go to Tri-Cities. Maybe I go to the Yankees. I don't know. I'll go somewhere. I'll do something. I think the biggest thing is focusing on my kids. Focusing on my kids as much as possible. Being around them. So I think that's the cool part. Unfortunate part of that we don't get to keep playing, but the cool part that I get to be able to spend a little bit more time because, when Dad's working out, I'm working pretty hard. I'm gone all day, so I'll be able to drive him to school maybe a few times a week. Maybe every day for the first couple of weeks, and then I'll, But I'm gonna get back to work. This is come tomorrow. And watch the film tonight, and time to go. 2022 starts. Tonight. And so that's just kind of how my mind's always been. That's how it always will be.
You get to say anything to Quandre when you got carted off?
Yeah, man. I got to talk to him. He was there. Just to see the pain and the hurt, I think is heavy because I know he's played at such a high level all year. I mean, he's been the MVP of our season, man. Just how he's played. I don't think anybody's played any better across the league at that position. And I know he's a guy that deserves to get paid the right way. He's a guy that deserves to get all the accolades. He's gotten the Pro Bowl and all that stuff. But I know that he the thing about Quandre was throughout this offseason and stuff like that, it's all negotiations and all that stuff. And I know that's challenging on an individual because, a guy does, has worked his butt off every day for it. And what the cool thing was, he didn't change in the sense of his work ethic. He brought, he committed to what it was going to be. He said, okay, all right, I'm going to focus on this season and we'll see what happens after the end of the year. And, I think that he brought it every day. And I know that this one hurts for him, but he'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back better than ever. If anybody will be back, man, it'll be him. And he'll kick. He'll kick butt. He'll kick butt in recovery. I know his faith is super strong. I know that he's got great guys around him, great people around him, family and all that. And I'm just praying for him. I know he'll be an overcoming. He'll be better than what he ever was before.
What kind of moves do you feel like this team needs to make to get back to where you want it to be?
I don't know. I got to assess that. That's not on me to decide that stuff. I think just to focus on us getting better individually. I think each individual and then collective groups and all that. I don't know all those answers though.
What did the DK season? He had that foot injury pretty early on. He had to obviously manage that. Didn't get a ton of time to practice.
Yeah.
I felt like that's something that just kind of.
I thought what DK was so special at was. He showed his warrior spirit, just to be able to play with an injured foot. I mean, think about how fast this guy runs now, right? I mean, he's 235 or whatever, and he runs a 4.2. A guy can absolutely fly. And to play through all the injury and the foot and everything else, and to overcome it all in the battle, he had such a special season. I know. Me and him both want it more. We all want it more. but I think God's an on-time God. He's going to be an amazing, amazing player. He's going to be one of the best to ever do it. He's got the right mindset and work ethic, and he really showed that in the midst of the storm, like I was talking about earlier, just how he led him and Tyler both. I mean, just how they practiced every day and how they went after it every day. And you saw some great plays from him tonight, and and so you got to watch out for DK Metcalf, man. He's going to be really special. He's going to keep getting better too.
Thank you, Russ.
Thank you, guys. Go Hawks. Appreciate you guys all year. Thanks for all the help. Thank you, guys. Hope you guys get home safe.